The following is an animation of the Big Finish audio drama, The Brink of Death. Due to copyright, I cannot release the animation with audio, so in order to view it, please purchase The Last Adventure from BigFinish.com. Then, press play on the audio drama at the end of the following countdown. The animation is just of episode 4, so make sure you're playing The Brink of Death. I know this isn't ideal, but it's the only way I can legally release this video and allow everyone a chance to see it. Note, I am not a professional animator. This is a fan project completed by one person, and I cannot compete with a professional team of animators. With that out of the way, I hope you enjoy.